In Japan, the bullet train has been racing across the country for 45 years at 185 miles per hour. In China, trains run between Beijing and Tianjin at more than 200 miles an hour. In Europe, trains crisscross Britain, France, and Spain faster than 150 miles per hour. But here in the United States, only the Acela briefly reaches speeds of more than 100 miles an hour on its Boston to Washington run. For most of that trip, it averages more like 85. Why? Why does the United States lag years, decades, behind Europe and Asia? Can a new administration really put this country on track for high-speed rail? And should it? In the years after World War II, the rise of suburbia and the dawn of jet travel made the auto and the airplane dominant. But now, congested roads and skies have helped gain support for high-speed rail from longtime Amtrak commuter Vice President Biden.
It's about time we took those railways and made them the national treasures they should be.
And from the president as well.
Imagine whisking through towns at speeds over 100 miles an hour, walking only a few steps to public transportation.
Obama's stimulus plan includes an initial $13 billion for high-speed rail projects along the Northeast Corridor in the Midwest, California, and Florida. A train going at the speed of the European model would make it from New York to Washington in about an hour and a half. It's about the same from Atlanta to Charlotte, North Carolina. San Francisco to Los Angeles, about 2.5 hours. And, says Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood, it will benefit even those who don't use it.
If people get on trains, they're not going to be on airplanes, and they're not going to be in their automobiles, and I think it'll relieve congestion on highways and at airports.
But the roadblocks are daunting. High-speed rail would require a detailed examination of some 8,500 miles of track. Nobody knows how much of that would have to be smoothed out, or where overpasses and underpasses would have to replace grade crossings. And then there's the cost estimate, running into the hundreds of billions of dollars.
You're trying to sell a system that is ultra expensive as though it were something that were designed for the masses to be affordable, and it's not.
Moreover, with the prospect of trillion-dollar deficits stretching years into the future, high-speed trains will likely not be leaving the station anytime soon. Jeff Greenfield, CBS News, Washington.